What's up, everybody? We're here at the ATA show, and we're here with Rob Schneider from Trifecta Broadheads. And this is the first time I've met Rob.
Yep.
I've used his Broadheads. Killed my biggest buck in PA this year with the whitetail.
The old whitetail killer.
Old whitetail killer, and it just annihilated him. And he told me, hey, you can shoot him in the shoulder, and it'll take him down. And it went through the shoulder, stuck in the other side, broke the air. I pulled the broadhead out, and it was just like new. It's back in the quiver. It's ready to go. So we're gonna have him explain the fixed blades first that they've come out with, and then we'll go over to the mechanical broadheads.
All right, well, first we have in the standard tip, these are our standard tips. They're a 1/2 inch wide, 60 thousandths inch thick. That tip acts as your bleeder blade. This is the 100 grain blender. Our main blades on all of our fixed blade heads are the thickest replaceable blade head on the market, 80 thousandths inch thick. So they're virtually indestructible. Titanium, new Titan series titanium ferrule. And that one ferrule, you can make all of these heads just by changing your blades.
I killed a few doe with those ones last year.
Yeah,
They don't go anywhere.
This one is a surprising what it does to an animal.
And they fly like darts.
This one right here is the 125 grain tank. As you can see, solid blade. It is, there's a reason it's called the tank, because it is a tank. And then we have the tank buster, which is a 125 grain wide head. And then we have the 150 grain stealth.
That's awesome.
And it's a devastating head. I shot my biggest axis buck with that particular head. And then new for 2026, we have our DMX tip. So not only can you change your tip out, you can go up in weight and make it a 4-blade head. So this is a 125 grain, but it's a 1 inch by 1 1/4 inch cut with that. That's the Nail Guy Assassin. Here's the 150 grain Sable Assassin. $150 grain Hog Assassin. Shooting wild hogs, I love it because it puts a big hole in them. Something that the fat can't clog up. And then we got the 175 grain Dugga Boy. Big like a Cape Buffalo.
I love how you can just interchange all
Interchange
the stuff.
blades.
Yep.
That's part of our elevate and variate technologies. So elevate meaning you can go up in weight by changing the blades. Variate meaning just by changing the tip you can make it a 2 or a 4-blade head.
Incredible. All right, let's take a look at the mechanicals for those mechanical lovers. I love both of them, so it doesn't matter.
So mechanicals, our old mechanical was called the Elk Assassin, so we kind of renamed it and call it the Elk Slayer. This is 100 grain, and if you notice, all the ferrules like those are work for just the mechanicals, but you can make all these broadheads using that ferrule. And the same thing with the tips. You can make it a standard cut-on contact tip mechanical, or you can make it a hybrid, putting that bigger tip on and adding 25 grains to it. So this was our Elk Assassin last year, now it's the Elk Slayer. And what we have done is bridge the blades for more strength. And these have our patent pending pop and lock system. So like a pocket knife, you push down, you push in, push down and push in, and that closes your blades. That tab that locks them that you're pushing down also acts as a retention device inside the ferrule. So no rubber bands or O-rings needed with these. And when they open up, you hear that pop and they lock against the ferrule. And these are single bevel, so they rotate as well, going through the animal. That's the Elk Slayer. This is the Elk Slayer DMX. So essentially made it a 125 grain hybrid. So it's a 1.75 inch by 1 inch cut. And my cousin shoots 58 pounds at 27 inch draw and he's shooting through South Texas does.
That's awesome.
With it, we got videos of him just blowing through a doe with it. This is so he shot the whitetail killer. Mm-hmm. This is the Deer Slayer is what we're calling it. It's a new version of it. And it's a 2 inch cut. It's got bridge blades now. And that's 100 grain. And then, of course, 125 is makes it that hybrid head. So that's a 2-inch by 1-inch cut. I just shot an Axis doe with it, and it absolutely crushed her.
Almost feel sorry for him.
Almost. Not for freezer queens.
That's right.
This is the 125 grain pop and lock, and you can see, look how it's a solid blade on the mechanical. And that's, of course, the standard tip, and then you got it 150 grain. Not many people make 150 grain mechanical. There it is. And that's a hybrid head with that tip. And then new for this year, we have what we're calling our X-Drive system. It's essentially a slip cam system held together by a rubber band. Opens up like the Rage does, it slides down. You got the 100 grain version with the standard tip, and then you got a hybrid version that's 125 grains. These are ones I've really been testing since that pop and lock has been proven. Before we just strengthened the blades. I've been shooting these quite a bit, and I shot an all-dad doe with these and completely wrecked her. She went 15 steps, fell over, shattered a leg bone on the opposite side, and I've got pictures of where she was standing. You can see her horn sticking up out of off the ground 15 steps away, and then you got the rest of the group of all-dad looking at her in that picture. And then 3 weeks ago, I wanted to try this, and it was so early in the morning, I tried pulling back 3 times and I could not see my sight. Finally, I said, it's now or never, so I pulled back. I could barely make out my sight, and I shot this pig, and I thought I'd spined it. You can hear me on the video saying, I think I spined it. I get down there and I see it stuck in the head, and I watch the video. There's a combination of not being able to see my sights, and he moved at the last second. And so it went through the skull. Now, granted, it did break a blade, and the other one's pretty mangled in there, but look at that tip.
The tip's still great.
The tip is actually still perfect. And that barrel is completely straight as well. So these will be on the market late first quarter.
Awesome.
We just did some minor little changes to it to make it, I want it absolutely perfect.
And like I said, the ones I've used have been absolutely devastating. I've had great success with them shooting bucks, does. Haven't gone out after any exotics yet, but looking at doing that soon. But you can come to the Trifecta booth starting tomorrow, because ATA's opened up to everybody.
And buy some. And we will have the fixed blades for sale tomorrow. We got plenty right and left open ones.
And what booth are you at?
351.
351. So come see Rob, check out the Trifecta Broadheads. You won't be disappointed, because they absolutely are devastating and just leave ridiculous wounds here.
I designed them for toughness and hunting pigs. That's what I love to do.
This is Brian Kylinger from the ATA show. God bless.